I asked one of my friends, what is like your criteria for the best anime of all time? What I mean by that is that when you want to choose like the best anime of all time, like what do you like emphasize more? Is it world building in a sense of Made in Abyss where the world is so beautiful and mysterious? The more you go into the plot, the more you understand the world and the more the world just is becoming more and more beautiful. Or is it like me where I prefer a more character development based plot where a character starts off in episode 1 thinking one way or having one way of perspective and throughout the story grows up? To my shock, he said pacing. He said that he needs amazing pacing. Now, he's an idiot and he hasn't watched like as much as anime as I have, but he does bring a good point. Good anime have good pacing. It just comes with it. Shimatsu no Valkyrie is a manga that I really like. It has amazing story, it's a bit of a fresh air, and the artwork is superb. The series has a very digestible plot. The gods don't want humans to be alive again because nature is getting destroyed, human nature is bad, and what have you. And the god said like, yeah, you know what, we're just gonna start over, we're just gonna kill all the humans. The Valkyries come into their aid and just like, yo, let's not do that, humans are cool, how about we just have a competition, gods versus humans. See, and that's it. The whole story is just revolving around a big tournament arc of gods fighting humans with great Chinese generals versus Thor, Adam the first human against Zeus, just a very simple plot. And I thought that this show was going to be the anime of the year because it's very digestible for like people like my friend to understand, and it has amazing artwork that I thought that would just translate very well to the anime. But as I've stated, pacing is very important. This show lacks pacing. Holy shit. When I read through the first fight, which is Lubu versus Thor, it was very fast paced to me. The whole fight, canon-wise, is about 16 minutes. Very easy, just digestible. I read through like the first 4 chapters in the span of 10 minutes. The anime takes about 4 episodes to have a whole conclusion about Lubu. Now, that's like 2 hours worth of content. It was great that they adapted every single panel in the manga, but you don't really need to do that. Like, I thought that this show was getting adapted way too quickly. For one, it's very early on in the series. Like, it's still like 60 chapters-ish of manga. That's like nowhere near close to like what the average anime adaptation get going. For example, like Chainsaw Man gets adapted when the whole series is finished. Attack on Titan gets adapted when it's like 100 chapters in. Nagatoro, 80 chapters in. 60 chapters is not even close to like what you want to get adapted to, And it's just, I felt like they try to like elongate the story very much. When it comes to problems like that, you don't blame anyone else but the director, Masao Okubo. Now, for one, I must say that I am not a film genius. I haven't even graduated college. But I must say, like, the directing in this just feels off. For one, as I've stated, the pacing. The pacing is just incredibly slow, and it felt like Netflix wants the show to be 3 seasons, although it has material for only 2 seasons. And the second problem with the show is the coloring. Now, coloring is important when it comes to anime. Obviously, it's less important for a show like Shadow's House because the whole manga is colored, and really the tone of a color, you can like just copy paste the manga if you like. Shimatsu no Valkyrie has very bright colors, and for some reason has a very dark background. I don't know who the fuck thought that was a good idea, but it looks fucking disgusting. It actually does. Like every time I look at any scene, when like the background is just so murky and dark and feels like the Romans in 400s with no showers and no baths, but the subject is bright. It looks disgusting. It just looks terrible. I thought that either you're gonna make everything colorful or just make everything just dark. It just felt weird and the coloring just felt off, and it honestly just was an eyesore the whole time. Another problem is the sound. There's one scene that really represents the whole series sound-wise in a nutshell. Spoiler warning, but when Lubu gets decapitated and he was smiling the whole way, the series felt like it was a sad moment. When I saw it as a happy moment. Lubu finally found excitement in his life, finally found an opponent that can match his skill and even beat him. It was an exciting moment for him. He was smiling the whole way. You can't just cut off the sound and just make it seem like Lubu is gone and Lubu's sad. It's not the fucking message there. I felt the director misunderstood the whole scene. The director just saw, oh, decapitation, cut the music right now. That's not the point. The voice acting is very subpar. And it's very rare for me to complain about voice actors because I'm not an actor, and honestly, anime itself doesn't have good voice acting. Like, very rare for me to compliment a voice acting or disrespect it. The show just has very subpar voice acting. Goal is very, very annoying. I switched the dub, she's still annoying. I switched the sub, she's still annoying. And it goes to the voice actor for not being a lovable voice, and it also goes to the director for just putting Goal in a terrible position to react. Like, we don't need a reaction shot. This is not YouTube. We don't fucking do Shumatsu Valkyrie reacts. This show sucks. This show fucking sucks. And it fucking sucks because I really like this manga, and this manga is really good. Now, do I fucking recommend you to watch the show? Nah, like it or not, I enjoyed some part of the anime. Not because the directing, not because the action shots, just because the story is really, really good. I enjoyed the moment where Zeus finally knocks the shit out of Adam. The story went through. The story just exceeded the bad directing. But my favorite character, Kojiro, felt like he's a fucking dipshit. I saw him as just this very wise, just always smiling character. But he feels like a fucking jackass in the anime. I can't explain it. Maybe it's the fucking coloring, maybe it's the voice acting, maybe it's just the pacing. The whole show just feels like it's uninspired and whack. Masao Okubo is not a bad director. He's just not inspired to do the show. I've seen his My Anime list. It's fucking flooded with shows. You would see one of these directed episodes of Full Metal Alchemist, you know, the best fucking anime of all time, and you would see a fucking directing Rosario Vampire. Like, TV accepts every fucking show possible. I don't blame a man chasing the bag, but I do blame a man to just have a lackluster adaptation with just like zero inspiration. You know why? Because it's a very disrespectful to the fandom that just really loves the show. All in all, terrible anime adaptation. Comparing to Nagatoro, not even close. Not even close. To which show is the better anime adaptation?